Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Computer Wednesday, we're going to talk about AI in humanoid robots. So let's dive deep into it. So why do we need that? Well, here's the deal. Human mass produces a lot of things. Now, generally people say that a big step was something like this, which was Henry Ford's T model production. Now, be mindful, the early stage mass production, which actually allowed the Industrial Revolution, was built on a one premise, is that you make one good design and you control C, control V trillions of time. Basically take it, finalize the model and then just keep producing it. Now, that does work. That's why we all have so much prosperity. And again, while that laid the foundation of what we call automation today, it does still had some limitation, and that limitation is the reason why humans still have jobs. It's like a lot of sectors needs human love, so to say. Why? Dynamic and chaotic nature. For example, if you're talking about a car robotic system, like it's a production line, it's a it makes a Ford F-150. It's great, it's fine, you cannot beat its cost in per unit cost, so to say. And again, it will just work 24 into 7 into 365. Great, amazing. Change from Ford 150 to 200 or something like that. Yeah, it's like you have to reprogram everything. It might not even work. And again, you can see that Tesla had this problem. Elon Musk was like 100% automation. Is like, yeah, that is early, before AI. So there was like, yeah, we had to bring back human because, robots are great, amazing, shut up, take money, but you cannot change. If you design everything right, then it's like shut up, take money. Control C, Control V, great. Change anything, even minor changing, alteration or something like that, bye-bye. So that's why humans still have employed. That's why even all car factories, they will still have some humans. And again, they do not want to remove everything for making one absolute model, because then their whole bet is stuck in that model. If that model works, great, amazing. If it does not work or they have to change it or pivot it, they did. So that's why for dynamic and chaotic nature, you still need human effort at this point in time. And old school automation is great. Like, for example, if you're making solar panels, you're like, okay, this is the panel, this is the cell count, this is the cell size, the end. Robot sizes, shut up, take money, go home. However, change any factor, heck, make the cell size larger or make the frame size, all robotics have to be redone. So that creates a serious bottleneck at this point in time. So robotics, basically whatever you think in robotics manufacturing, that's what we are talking about. That is in 90s era, is that we need, again, this is our desire and need, is that we need flexibility in production. For example, hey, we are making solar panel, let's say that is 500 watt. But you know what, newer cell developer have, but if we add one extra cell or one extra row of cells, we can go to 650 watts and voila. Okay. You want that flexibility. You have human workforce, that's easy, minor inconvenience. You have robotic workforce, yeah, good luck. And again, you have to not touch those robots before their ROI is done. So for that reason, we still love, need and desire core human of flexibility and adaptability, especially in garment industry. So there is a need for it. It's not just like, okay, we have nothing else to do. It's like, no, you can't do it otherwise yet. So we come to the hardware, because again, body. So we have known how to make bodies, and again, if you are old enough as I am, you would have remembered this Honda Osimo. This puppy was launched in 2000 Millennium event. It was a big deal, and it was mind-bogglingly ahead of its time, so to say. It was like, whoa, news event, and I mean, like, this was like, whoa. So fundamentally, this was a starting point, and right now we have decided to use motors as motion engines. There were a lot of attempts because we meant for pneumatic gives you speed and it gives you power, but does not give you controllability. Basically, pneumatic is like ta-da, ta-da. It's like stop here, nah, maybe here. So pneumatic has that problem. Speed and power does not have the controllability. Hydraulic, super control, is like, yeah. That's why basically Terminator always looks like they are built from hydraulic. People used to think that that will be the way of going about it. So hydraulics like, yeah, powerful, precise, but slow. So they're like, okay, what do we have? Well, we have motors. It's not as fast as basically pneumatic system, actually close enough. And again, not as powerful as hydraulic enough, but close enough, precise enough, close enough, where everything is close enough in motors. That's like, yeah, we have just decided to go with motor. You can look into the basically Boston Dynamics old system. They have a lot of hydraulics, and you see into the newer one, they're like, yep, motor it is. it's basically, its motor is not great. Let that be very clear. Pneumatics will still have some advantage. Hydraulics will have advantages, but overall, like overall package wise, motors are like, we have selected it. And for mass production, that's like the end. Buy it, the end. That another problem emerges when you are talking about Osimo. They required big ass battery, very big battery. Why? They had like nickel cadmium batteries, rechargeable AA battery, the same technology. Now we have lithium chemistries. Does not matter which exact chemistry. Lithium is the primary carrier. So you can have lithium iron phosphate, you can have lithium titanium, nickel, manganese, cobalt mixed with lithium and all that. That will give you a lot of capacity, kilowatt hour. So we have a lot of choices. And again, battery means a small box that can give you a lot of oomph. That is done, sorted. And then you have miniaturization of sensors. So at the time of Osmo, they had to select. It's like how many gyroscopes you want. Right now, we will just put gyroscope on every single motors, every single bearing, every single axis. We can do that. And we'll still have enough spares left. It's like, bruh, who cares? So fundamentally, it is far easier to build today than it was in year 2000. And you have to understand, mass production of the whole ecosystem made it possible. For example, if you have to make battery technology just for robotics, you'll be broke. But because of electric vehicle technology, shut up, take money. And you're like, okay, motors. We use motors in so many things. For example, hard drive. Because of that, single microchip that has everything, the whole, like you DC put in, it controls the 3-phase of the motor. All of that, shut up, take money, doable right now in a single IC. It has been because of printers, CNC machines, and basically hard disk drives. All of those things made it very obvious. Like you don't even think about it. It just has it. It's like take it and go. And as encoders became cheap enough, now you can just buy a motor that has everything integrated into one. You have signal, power, the end, it does everything. So that ecosystem happened from some other fields. That's why that is cheap. Then you have miniaturization of sensor. That became popular because of this. So, and again, weapon systems. Right now we are reaching a point where soon enough we might have optical gyroscopes that is chip size. And I do not mean like it has few kilometers of optical fiber. It's literally etched into the fiber itself. The silicon substrate itself. That would be on a whole different level. So all of this mass production that is happening in the whole industry, and I mean everything worldwide, it is making it super cheap and experiments viable. You could have thought this as early as 2010, but you could not have built this because every component at that point in time would be super expensive. So you have to understand this. I'm talking about 2000. I'm not talking about like 1980. I'm talking year 2000. They could not have dreamed what you can just buy on Alibaba today. So I'm like, basically I'm old enough where this whole thing happened while I'm alive. So hardware has gone through quantum leaps, and the biggest leap was going from folded knees to straight knees. And like, why that's a big deal? That means your motors are working 24/7. You cannot stand straight. It's not like ta-da, you're not. Your body is literally doing this. Basically, if you have a sensitive enough sensors on your legs and it's fine enough resolution, you will see center of gravity moving. That's how your body keeps yourself upright. Again, it's not a stable position. Horse can do that because they have 4. We are 2, not stable enough, not even 3. So you need active management. We got this. Take it and go. So again, that's the most shocking part. Like this happened in front of me. You can look into like old Boston Dynamic robotics. Robots are always like this. They are this now. That's a big, scary jump. Now let's talk about brain, AI. So current AI boom made complex computational hardware, as in like where you're gonna do the crunching, super powerful. Like the race, and again, I do not mean NVIDIA only, AMD, ARM processings, Intel, every Tom, Dick and Harry work their ass off to make AI chips. Heck, there are a few companies that sole job is to make AI chips. They don't even make anything else. So it became powerful, it became accessible, and it will become flexible also. What does that mean? That simply means you want to make a humanoid bot. What do you want it to do? If it's a factory robot, and let's say, do you need to have, for example, a vision system? And again, how complex vision system? Like a repeat pattern vision system or like full depth understanding and all that? Depending on that requirement, you will have requirement of the chip that you want to use. You want like 100 horsepower chip or 500 horsepower chip. Both are available. And you're like, okay, no, I want to make a girlfriend AI. That you require the full, what you call humanoid flexibility motion systems. That will be a compute part. And then you have to have a talking person AI, like, chatbot AI. That is a whole server. Again, still available. You can just go into AMD, Intel, and Nvidia, and you can just like select the size of the horsepower you need, so to say. So it's available, flexible, available, shut up, take money. So, and form factor of the AIs are super amazing. Basically, they are making AIs that are a bit flat. Why? They're supposed to go into cars. They're making someone that is small, supposed to go into drones. They're making something almost like a chest battery box. They are making specifically for this. So all of this is available, and because of the boom that happened in AI sector, brain power available, as in how many people are working actively in this field, how many applicants are there on LinkedIn, that number is stupid at this point in time. Like, it's not high, it's stupid. So rapid growth is happening, meaning majority self-training and improvement. It's today. It's not something that could happen, would happen, may happen. It's today. What does that mean? That simply means if you're making a robot, it's like, okay, you have a lot of items. Select an item, drop it here. First, it will do like this, twing, twing, almost like a CNC, old school crane CNC. And then it will like, okay, I'm expending a lot of energy. What if I create a parallelogram? It's like basically accelerate, decelerate, and directly do that. Like how a human hand curve does that. And then it will optimize the curve. All of this will happen today without you explicitly teaching it. That happened. I'm not talking something could be, would be. Happened, past tense. And again, why this hand part is the most part, because if you look into Amazon robotics, they just use vacuum suctions, like why? It's the most reliable way of picking something up. But hands are almost black magic. It's like it can select whether the item is soft, item is hard, how much pressure you have to do. Like there is so much feedback loop just on these digits. So robotic doing that is scary. If it can really do that, like it can select, oh, this is a hard object. Oh, this is a soft, oh, this is an envelope. And again, I'm seeing that happening today. So how far are we? Well, think in this way. It's not full-fledged human, but it is reaching child labor status, so to say. Meaning these bots can work almost like how we used to have children labors in factories and all that, so to say. So, and even some bots are almost touching. It can see and follow instruction well enough. Meaning you can say, hey, can you pick out that bottle and put it here? It can do that. You're like, okay, that does not sound impressive. It's black magic for AI. And till few years ago, saying that can be done on a hardware that is in the body itself, not something controlled remotely. Hardware on body, on battery power. That was like, yeah, lol. We are like, take it and go. Take it and go today. Now, AI has the same rule. As I talked about like last video about AI has blood on its hand, is that AI has the same rule as computer. Garbage in equals garbage out. So if you do not have good data how to use these puppies, it's not gonna be great. So because of the profit margin magnitude we are talking about, basically how much profit there would be if you can crack it? Yes. How much profit? Yes, that's the profit. Not a number. Yes. So everybody is going all in. They're like, shut up, take money. I have money, take money. I take loan to give you money. That's how much money is being poured into this. And company have two primary approach. One is virtual world for rapid training. For example, NVIDIA has been creating an environment. Basically, you have a physics simulation engine. You do your best to make the best physics simulation engine. You do your best to model your robot into that engine, and then you simulate the task. Then it figures out it's colliding, damaging this and that, all of that. And rapidly it improves. That's been going on. I'm not talking something that could be, would be. That's past tense for last 2-3 years. And then some companies are like, okay, that's good, but that will only take you so far. Same as Russia-Ukraine war. It will training simulations will only take you so far. So some companies are like, hey, why not just pay Indian workers? And this is where it starts to get dark, but it is happening, is that you have workers, they have like camera bands or like GoPros and all that. And all of this is creating real data, how these puppies are working. So that human dexterity would be reached soon enough, meaning I can easily see that. I would say at this point in time, 2026, based on my analysis, I would say by 2036, companies can replace human labor as long as they have to pay salary. If they are paying very little, like chump change, it may not be worth switching to bots. But if they are paying decent amount of salary and they are doing some work, yeah, they are like, we don't need it. 2036. So that's a very real reality. It's not, because again, Training has reached that point where it's like, okay, we did what we can do in virtual world, but now some human have to control it, some human have to do VR it, some all of these things. Yes, that means we have crossed the final barrier. Now we come to the dangerous aspect of it. Our psychology as a collective human psychology is just not fast enough. We are really just ignoring it. It's like blah, 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 blah. That's what's happening, and I mean worldwide. It's like there is no contextual awareness like how dangerous this humanoid bot is. And I do not mean like Armageddon from a Terminator point of view. I'm like the whole economic system will fall apart. And because humans only bring two things to the market, which is mind and dexterity. For example, I was recently in an event. Why did they pay me? Why did they flew me out? Because I had this puppy. This puppy was talking. Imagine if you can control C, control V this puppy, and then why would you pay? Like, for example, I could pay someone to make me basically image of thumbnail image. Again, because I'm not rich enough, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use an AI. Now do that with everything. Everything. And there lies the core point. If humanoid bots became good enough, I'm not talking great, good enough, 80% of workforce planet-wide will be deleted. Planet-wide. So, and again, the people have this brain damage idea of like, oh, but in 90s when we had robots in factories, we created a new jobs again. Because all they did is replaced human muscle with hydraulic muscle or motoric muscles. Nothing else changed. Brain was still needed. That's why you still have workers in car factories. Once you have AI, there is nothing left. You only bring two things, your physical labor and your brain labor. If you have both option, why would you need a human worker? And everybody is just like willingly ignoring that. Like, that's the scary part to me. It's like, it's almost our psychology knows how dangerous it is, and it's like to protect us in short term, it's like, nope, let's just like ignore it. It's like you have a cocaine addiction and you're like ignoring it. It is very scary to me. Like how everybody's like, oh, but there will be new jobs. No, there won't be. Yes, of course, mathematically there will be 10 new jobs created for every million jobs that is removed. How that is sustainable? So that's the whole point. And another delulu that people have is that everybody is Einstein. No, they are not. I had, depending how you see it, either the gift or the curse, I have talked with very smart people who are closer to basically Nobel Prize. And I do not mean just hee-hee-ha. There is a good chance that they can achieve it. And it's scary how smart they are. Horrifyingly scary in their domain. Like I have known people who can do mathematics that requires more mathematics just to understand what the hell those alphabets are saying in the math. So fundamentally, it's on a whole different level. And again, not everybody can. And again, you won't want it. It's like everybody should be a programmer. Then who will get paid for programming? Everybody should be a doctor. Who will go be the patient? So this is the whole thing. And if you remove the so-called low-paying jobs, it collapses the whole pyramid. A movie theater can only work if you have a lot of low-income jobs. If you're like, okay, no, but only high-paying, yeah, people will not pay. It's like, bro, I can use that money to do something else if the ticket price goes high enough. Like you may sound like, okay, Lamborghini is like, no, it's not. You want Toyota, you don't want Lamborghini. Lamborghini goes bankrupt. Rolls-Royce goes bankrupt. They have sold that brand. Who has it right now? BMW or something? So that's what happens when you have like luxury. You want bulk work, Toyota, Honda. So fundamentally, economy is like that. You want this base workforce to be stable, to be sound. If you remove all of them and like, okay, this is dangerous or this is like demeaning or this and all that, it's like, what is left? So right now, the most scary part to me is not that development is happening or some old people are deciding what's going to happen to the future and they are so broken that I keep saying that the grounding rod is missing. They will not stop because they're like, bro, I'm going to get my 10th yacht. You or your children be damned. I do not care because I do not know who is my original wife, who is my original child and all that. And they're already on like third wife or fifth wife. I can understand that. Like at that point in time, they want to burn the world down. It's just that I am in that world. I'm not old enough. So that's the scary part to me. It's like, we are not even having everybody just has this magical bullshit idea in their brain. It's like, magical bullshit, go. It's like, oh, we will not do that because who will buy the services if everybody got automated? It's like, for short duration, they can do that. That short duration could be a few years. That's more than enough for them to become filthy rich and you to die. And again, this sort of failure can go from catastrophic damage to cascade failure, where then nothing will survive. It could happen so rapidly, we'll have no idea how the heck that's happening. So that's the most scary part. Like, our psychology is either willingly choosing not to accept it or just like blah, 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 blah. It's like, that's the scary part. Not, again, let that be clear. This is not scary to me. The fact is, like, everybody is just like, la 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 la. If everybody automates, who will pay for it? It's like, do you think that is stopping them? So this was my presentation on this race that is happening right now of AI in humanoids. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.